Find the coefficients of x raised to power 4 in the expansion of 1. 1 minus x all raised to power 21, 2. 2 plus 3x all raised to power 9. That's two questions. That's what they asked us here. We are finding the coefficients. We are asked to find the coefficients of x raised to power 4 in the expansion of number 1 days, number 2 days. Solution. Now, if you find what we are doing here nice, if what I'm doing here is nice to you, please subscribe to enable me grow my channel. By the time you are subscribing, you are helping me to grow my channel. Then share and comment. If you have already subscribed, please comment. Thank you for doing that. Now let's go to question. Solution. I remember that this is what we call binomial expansion. And binomial expansion, which we call binomial formula, is all about what? Two terms formula. We say binomial expansion formula is all about two terms. Look at the term A and B. And this plus, as I said before, is a constant. And y, a, b, n is variable. This plus is constant. And it's all about two terms, A and B. And the power, which is what? N. Then now, this binomial expansion formula is this. Well, let me explain it. A, the first term, which is A, will be raised to power the highest power, n. As it raised to the highest power, what happened? I'm going to have plus. And after I've done with the plus, I will choose 1 out of n. That means I'm choosing 1 out of n. And what is n? The power. And this means any combination 1. In what we call factorial, we said any combination what? 1. That's what we call combination. Any combination 1 means that out of any, I'm choosing 1. And what happened? A, which is this value, the power of A will drop by 1. Look at it, the power of A will what? Drop by 1. While the power of B will come up by 1. Look at that, the B will come up by 1 on its power. Then plus, that's my second term. Plus, the third term. Out of n, I'm choosing 3. I'm choosing 2. Out of n, I'm choosing 2. That means any combination 2. And what happened to the power of A? Power of A will be dropped by 2. Look at it. Power of A has been subtracted 2 from power of A. That means power of A is what? Dropping by 2. Why the power of B come up by 2? Have you said it? Then coming over here, I have my plus. Out of n, I'm choosing 3. That means any combination 3. And what happened to power of A this place? Power of A will drop by 3. That means power of A will be subtracted 3 from it. Then the power of B will come up by 3. Then plus. Then what happened here? Out of n, I'm choosing 4. Then what happened to the power of A? Power of A will be dropped by 4. And the power of B will come up by what? 4. Then what did I observe? I observe in this formula, binomial formula, that whatever I'm choosing is what B will come up. The power of B will come up. And the power of A will reduce by that number. If I'm choosing 1, the power of A will be reduced by 1, while the power of B will come up by 1. If I'm choosing 2, the power of A will drop by 2, while the power of B will come up by 2. You now see that whatever I'm choosing is what B, power of B, will come up by. Then why the power of A will reduce by that number. Then if I've already gotten this, knowing this from the binomial formula, now I'm not saying the question given me is what? A, the question given to us being A, 1 minus x all raised to power 21. And this question given to me is not in the binomial format. What is binomial format? I told you that this plus is constant, while A and B is a variable. In this case now, A is this one, and B is what? Which we don't know now. So I have to put this in a binomial format. How am I going to put it in a binomial format? Look at the one here, I write the one down. Then I'll put my plus, because I told you that this plus is constant. Putting my plus constant, then who is one of this minus is x. X is the owner of the minus. Then I put what? Minus what? X. You see what I did here? And all raised to power 21. By doing this, I have put this in a what? Binomial format. Which is look at the plus, look at the plus. And this one is A. And this minus X is what? B. Then N is 21. Now, let's go to the what? Solution to the question. Then now, what they ask me is the coefficients of X raised to power 4. And who is this X raised to power 4? My B. Look at it. My B is what? X. Are you saying that? My B is what? X. Then they now asking me the coefficients of X raised to power 4. Then I will reason with myself. I will think, what am I going to choose for this X to be raised to power 4? What am I going to choose for this X to be raised to power 4? Look at it. What am I going to choose for B to raise to power 4? You will now find out that when I'm choosing 4, B will raise to power 4. Look at it. When I'm choosing 4, look at it here. When I choose 4, B will come out by 4. And what is B? X, which is minus X. Then now, when I'm choosing 4, B will come out by 4. And the A, the power of A will drop by 4. So for me to get the coefficients of X raised to power 4 here, to get the coefficients of X raised to power 4 here, it means that I'm going to choose 4 out of what? 21. And I said, out of 21, I'm choosing 4. That means 21 combination 4. And what will happen? A, the power of A will drop by 4. Look at it. The power of A now is 21 minus what? 4. Minus 4. 4 is what I'm choosing. Then dot is multiplication into minus X all raised to power 4. That's what B will come over. If I remove B now, I'll put minus what? X, and that will be raised to power what? 4. And that's what we did here. Look at it. A now is 1. Come over here. A is 1 raised to power what? 21 minus 4. And B is minus what? X all raised to power 4. And that's what we did here. That's what I did here. Then now, this means any choosing 4. I explained this in another question we did, that any factorial, if we have any factorial, it simply means what? N into what? N minus 1 into N minus what? 2 into what? N minus what? 3 dot dot dot. That means continuation, no termination. Then now, if I have now N choosing what? 3, choosing what? 4. What it means that I should stop at the word 4th term. That I should what? This N should decrease to the word 4th term. What does it mean? It means what? N, the first. Then the second become N minus 1, that's the second. And the third become N minus 2, that's the third. And the fourth become N minus 3, that's the fourth. That means this man have told me where to stop. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what this man is telling me. That I should reduce this man, decrease by what? 4 times. And it will be now over what? 4 factorial. That's what this man means. This any combination 4 mean what? N into N minus 1, N minus 2 into N minus what? 3. Check it now. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the number. Then over 4 factorial. Then coming back here. And I said, out of N, choosing 4. I'm calling this 21 N. You remember that this 21 now is N. Out of N, I'm choosing 4. Become N into N minus 1. And the N minus what? 2 into N minus 3. How many now? 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's what this man told me now. Over what? 4 factorial. Then what is N? N is 21. And I have what? We look at that N here, 21. I have 21 into 21 minus 1. Then 21 minus 2 into 21 minus 3. I said 21 into 21 minus 1 into 21 minus 2 into 21 minus 3. And over 4 factorial. Look at this is 4 factorial. And what is the 4 factorial? 4 factorial means 4 times 3 times what? 2. You remember? When we said, come over here, when I said what? N factorial, as I said, is what? N into what? N minus 1 into N minus what? 2. Therefore, 4 factorial is equal to what? 4 into what? 4 minus what? 1 into what? 4 minus what? 2 into what? 4 minus 3. That gives me what? 4 times what? 3 times what? 2 and times 1. And that becomes my factorial, 4 factorial. That means that what? 4 factorial means 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Then now, what happened to my what? 1. Look at the 1 here. This 1 raised to power 21 become 21 minus 4 will give me what? 1 raised to power 17. Dot, which is multiplication. This x raised to power 4 will give me what? X raised to power 4. Minus x raised to power 4 means minus x times minus x times minus x times minus x. And this minus will become positive because this place is what? Even number. This place is even number. As far as this power is even number, this minus will become plus. Then why this man will be raised to power what? 4. You remember that what happened here is that if I have minus x here all raised to power what? 4, it simply means what? Minus 1 all raised to power 4 dot what? X raised to power what? 4. And this minus 1 raised to power 4 means minus 1 times minus 1 times minus 1 times minus 1, which will give me positive 1 times x raised to power 4, and that's what we have here. Then now, and I said that anything 1 raised to power any power is 1. This 1 raised to power any power, 1 raised to power any power is 1. I have it here to the word dot 1 and dot x raised to power 4. That's what we see here. Then now, this becomes 21. 21 minus 1 will give me 20. 21 minus 2 will give me 19. 21 minus 3 will give me 18. All over 4 times 3 give me 12. Times 2 will give me 24. And 1 times x raised to power 4 will give me x raised to power 4. This becomes dot. And remember that this dot is a multiplication. Remember what we said. Then now this becomes 21 times 20 times 19 times 18 divided by 24. Then times this will give me 143,640 over 24 dot x raised to power what? 4. Then dividing this by 24, when we divide this by 24, we have 59x4 x raised to power what? 4. 5985 x raised to power 4 when we divide this by what? 24. Therefore, what did I say here? Therefore, the coefficients of x raised to power 4. This x raised to power 4, look at its coefficients here. Look at what we call coefficients. These values is what we call coefficients of x raised to power 4. And is what? 5985. That's the coefficient of what? X raised to power 4. Therefore, if I have now 3 like this, x raised to power what? 5. The coefficients of x raised to power 5 is 3. If I have minus 5, 6, 7, x raised to power 9. The coefficients of x raised to power 9 is minus 5, 6, 8. So you have seen what I mean by coefficient. So the coefficients of x raised to power 4 is 5985. And that's our what? Answer. Let's go to question number 2. Question number 2 says 2 plus 3x all raised to power 9. We should get what? The coefficients of x raised to power 4 in 2 plus 3x all raised to power 9. That's what the question number 2 is asking us. It's just the same thing what we have learned. We have learned in this general binomial expansion formula that what I'm choosing, if I'm choosing 1, that's what b will come up to. The power of b will be. Then if I'm choosing 2, the power of b will be 2. If I'm choosing 3, the power of b will be what? 3. And if I'm choosing 4, the power of b will be what? 4. And that's what the power of n, power of a will go down. That's power of a will reduce by. If I'm choosing 1, the power of a will reduce by 1. Then if I'm choosing 2, the power of a will reduce by what? 2. And what is power of a? Power of a is what? N. Power of a is what? N, which is the maximum. Then now when I'm choosing 1, it will reduce by 1 and the power of b will come by that 1. If I'm choosing 2, the power of a will reduce by 2 and the power of b will come up by what? That number. Then now, if I'm asked to find the coefficients of x raised to power 4, and what is x in this expression they give me? The x now is b. The x here is b. That which is what? 3x is b. And the 2 is what? A. Then what will I choose for this x to be raised to power 4? What am I going to choose for this x to be raised to power 4? For this x to raise to power 4, which is b, for b to raise to power 4, I'm going to choose 4. If I'm choosing 4, look at it. When I'm choosing 4, B will come up by 4. The power of B will be what? 4. While the power of A will reduce by 4. Then I will now say here that out of 9, which is the maximum power here, out of 9, I'm choosing what? 4. And what happened to A? Look at A. A is 2. It becomes 2 raised to the power 9 minus 4. That this 9 will be reduced by what? 4. Have you said it? Then now, what happened to B? B will what? Raised to the power 4. That means 3x all raised to the power 4. Then what does this thing mean? It means out of n, I'm choosing 4. Therefore, it becomes what? N into n minus 1. As I said before, if I have this n choosing what? 2. What it means is what? N into what? N minus 1. That's 1, 2. Then if I have what? N choosing what? 3. It means what? N into what? N minus 1 into n minus what? 2. I mean now 1, 2, 3. So this what takes me where this will stop. Therefore, I have that what? N which is 9. N is 9. Choosing what? 4. Mean n into what? N minus 1, which is 2. N in minus 2, which is 3. N minus 3, which is what? 4. Count it now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over what? 4 factorial. Over this 4 factorial. Then 2 raised to the power 9 minus 2 with minus 4 will give me what? 2 raised to the power 5. This 2 raised to the power 9 minus 4 will give me 5. That means 2 raised to the power 5. And this 3x all raised to the power 4. Then I come over here. And what is n here? I told you that n here is 9. I will answer 9 into 9 minus 1 into 9 minus 2 into 9 minus 3 over what? 4 factorial. What's the 4 factorial? 4 factorial is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, as I said. Then now, I'm going to have now here to the what? 32. How did I get 32? 2 raised to the power 5 will give me what? 32. Dot. Which dot is multiplication? And when I open this bracket, look at here. When you open this bracket, this power will what? Go times the power of this x. This power will also times the power of what? 3. Let's see here. Look at what I'm talking about. 3 raised to the power what? X. Then 3x all raised to the power what? 4. If I open these brackets, this power will times the power of what? X. This power will times the power of what? 3. That's what we call indices. Are you going to say that? Indices told us, remember that indices told us that BA all raised to the power what? N. If you open this bracket, it become what? A raised to the power N and B raised to the power what? N. And this can be written as what? AB all raised to the power what? N. That's indices for you. Then this A, B all raised to the power N. If I open this bracket, it become A raised to the power N and B raised to the power what? N. Therefore, if I apply it here, this, if I apply it on this place, it will be what? 3 raised to the power what? 4 dot what? X raised to the power what? 4. That's what we have here. Then 3 raised to the power 4 will give me 81. And x raised to the power what? 4. And look at here. I have now opening the bracket here. Look at it. Open the bracket. Become 3 raised to the power 4. Look at it. 3 raised to the power 4. And x raised to the power 4. Look at x raised to the power 4. And 3 raised to the power 4 will give me what? 81 times x raised to the power 4. It give me 81 x raised to the power 4. Then times what? 32. Then this will give me 9. This minus this will give me 8. This minus this will give me 7. This minus this will give me 6. All over this times this times this times this will give me 24. Then this times this times this times this will give me what? 3024 divided by 24. And 32 times 81 will give me 2592 x raised to the power what? 4. Then now, if I now divide this by 24, it will give me 126 times 2592 x raised to the power 4. Then when you times this by this, it will give me 326592 x raised to the power 4. I will now say, what is the coefficient? The coefficient of x raised to the power 4 now here is this. Therefore, I now say, therefore, coefficient of x raised to the power 4 is 326592. And that's my word answer of the question they asked. Thank you for what? Being in my channel. Thank you for subscribing to enable me grow my channel. Thank you. See you in the next class.